Hey there, friends. Thanks for visiting my channel where we explore the best ideas from books that can transform your life. Today, we're diving deep into Atomic Habits by James Clear, a book that's all about the small changes that lead to big results. This isn't just another summary, it's a journey. I'll share stories, tips, and practical examples from every single chapter. By the end, you'll know exactly how to apply these principles to your life, whether it's in your business, health, finances, or relationships. If you enjoy this kind of content, make it a habit to hit that like button and subscribe. Now, let's get started. Chapter 1. The Surprising Power of Atomic Habits. Let me tell you a story about Dave Brailsford, the coach who turned the British cycling team into Olympic champions. When he took over, the team hadn't won a Tour de France in over a century. Brailsford's strategy? He focused on the aggregation of marginal gains, improving everything by just 1%. They redesigned the bike seats to make them more comfortable and rubbed alcohol on the tires for a better grip. They asked riders to wear electrically heated overshorts to maintain ideal muscle temperature while riding, and used biofeedback sensors to monitor how each athlete responded to a particular workout. The team tested various fabrics in a wind tunnel and had their outdoor riders switch to indoor racing suits, which proved to be lighter and more aerodynamic. But they didn't stop there. Brailsford and his team continued to find 1% improvements in overlooked and unexpected areas. They tested different types of massage gels to see which one led to the fastest muscle recovery. They hired a surgeon to teach each rider the best way to wash their hands to reduce the chances of catching a cold. They determined the type of pillow and mattress that led to the best night's sleep for each rider. They even painted the inside of the team truck white, which helped them spot little bits of dust that would normally slip by unnoticed but could degrade the performance of the finely tuned bikes. These tiny, seemingly insignificant changes added up, and within 5 years, the British cycling team dominated the sport. James Clear uses this story to show us that small habits compound over time. Improving by just 1% every day may seem trivial, but in a year, you'll be 365 times better than where you started. Conversely, neglecting small habits can lead to a downward spiral. Clear emphasizes that success isn't about making giant leaps, it's about consistency. The real power of habits lies in their ability to shape our trajectory over the long term. Here are some examples on how to apply in your life. For business, focus on small improvements in customer service, such as faster response times or better follow-ups. Over time, these minor tweaks can revolutionize your client relationships. For health, swap one sugary drink for water each day. In a year, that simple change can lead to significant weight loss and better health. For family, dedicate just 5 minutes a day to meaningful conversations with your loved ones. Watch how your relationships strengthen over time. For money, automate saving just $1 per day. Over decades, this small habit will grow into a substantial nest egg. Chapter 2. How your habits shape your identity, and vice versa. Have you ever thought about how your habits define who you are? Clear tells us that every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. If you want to be a writer, the simple act of writing daily, even if it's just one sentence, is casting a vote for your identity as a writer. Clear contrasts two smokers trying to quit. When offered a cigarette, one says, "No thanks, I'm trying to quit." The other says, "No thanks, I'm not a smoker." The second person is aligning their identity with their goal, making it far more likely they'll succeed. The key takeaway? Focus on identity-based habits. Instead of saying, "I want to run a marathon," start with, "I'm a runner." Your habits then become expressions of your identity, not chores. Here are some examples on how to apply in your life. For business, see yourself as an innovator. Make it a habit to brainstorm one new idea daily. For health, identify as someone who prioritizes fitness. Even a short workout reinforces this identity. For family, become the person who listens. Make a habit of putting your phone away during family conversations. For money, be a saver. Start identifying as someone who values financial security and let that identity drive your spending habits. Chapter 3. How to build better habits in 4 simple steps Every habit follows the same four-step loop: cue, craving, response, and reward. Clear explains this using a simple example. Checking your phone. Cue, you hear a notification. Craving, you feel curious about the message. Response, you pick up your phone and check the notification. Reward, your curiosity is satisfied. This loop is the foundation of every habit, good or bad. The key to building better habits is to master this loop. Make the cue obvious, the craving attractive, the response easy, and the reward satisfying. To break bad habits, do the opposite. Make the cue invisible, the craving unattractive, the response difficult, and the reward unsatisfying. Here are some examples on how to apply in your life. For business, want to boost productivity? Set up a clear cue like starting work at the same time each day. Make the environment enjoyable, craving. Keep tasks manageable, response, and celebrate completed projects, reward. For health, keep workout gear visible, cue. Join a fun fitness class, craving. Start with short workouts, response, and track your progress, reward. For family, create a nightly ritual of sharing highlights from the day, cue, and craving. Keep it light and engaging, response, and reward. For money, automate savings transfers, response, and use visual trackers to see your progress grow, reward. Chapter 4. The Man Who Didn't Look Right. One of the most memorable stories in Atomic Habits is about a nurse who saved a patient's life simply by trusting her intuition. She noticed something off about the patient, even when test results showed nothing wrong. This story underscores the importance of paying attention to the cues in your environment. Clear explains that we often underestimate the role our surroundings play in shaping our habits. If your environment is full of cues for bad habits, like junk food on the counter or your phone always within reach, you'll naturally gravitate toward those behaviors. The solution? Design your environment to make good habits easier and bad habits harder. Here are some examples on how to apply in your life. For business, organize your workspace to reduce distractions. Remove unnecessary tabs or notifications that derail focus. For health, keep healthy snacks like fruits and nuts easily accessible while hiding less nutritious options. For family, place board games or books in the living room to encourage family bonding over screen time. For money, use apps to track expenses and set alerts for spending limits, creating an environment of financial mindfulness. Chapter 5. The best way to start a new habit. Have you ever tried to start a new habit only to give up because it felt overwhelming? James Clear introduces the concept of habit stacking, a technique that makes building new habits easier by anchoring them to existing ones. Instead of starting from scratch, you simply piggyback your new habit onto a current one. For example, if you already brush your teeth every morning, you can stack a new habit like doing 5 push-ups right afterward. This method leverages the natural rhythm of your daily routine to make new habits stick. Clear also stresses the importance of starting small. He calls it the 2-minute rule. Make the habits so easy that it takes less than 2 minutes to do. Over time, these small actions grow into bigger habits. Here are some examples on how to apply in your life. For business, after responding to your first email in the morning, spend 2 minutes planning your top 3 tasks for the day. For health, after pouring your morning coffee, stretch for 2 minutes. Over time, this could evolve into a full workout routine. For family, after dinner, spend 2 minutes tidying up as a family. This can lead to bigger habits around teamwork and shared responsibilities. For money, after logging into your bank app, check your savings balance. This simple action reinforces financial mindfulness. Chapter 6. Motivation is overrated. Environment often matters more. Why do we often fail to stick to our goals? Clear argues that it's not because we lack motivation, but because we rely on it too much. Motivation fluctuates, but your environment is always there. The secret to habit success lies in designing an environment that naturally encourages good behaviors and discourages bad ones. Clear gives the example of a study where researchers rearranged cafeteria items. By simply placing water bottles at eye level, They increased water sales and reduced soda consumption without requiring willpower or motivation. The environment did the work. The lesson? Make good habits the path of least resistance and bad habits harder to access. Here are some examples on how to apply in your life. For business, arrange your workspace so the tools you need for your most important tasks are within easy reach. Hide distractions like your phone during focus time. For health, lay out workout clothes the night before to eliminate decision-making in the morning. For family, keep a gratitude jar on the dining table, encouraging family members to add notes daily. For money, set up automatic bill payments and savings transfers to reduce the temptation to overspend. Chapter 7. The Secret to Self-Control. Clear explains that self-control isn't about sheer willpower. It's about removing temptation from your environment. He shares the story of a grocery store in Iceland that created healthier habits by simply removing candy from the checkout lines. People didn't suddenly develop more willpower. They just stopped being tempted. The takeaway? Don't fight your bad habits. Instead, make them inconvenient. If you don't want to watch TV, unplug it and store the remote in another room. If you want to eat healthier, don't keep junk food at home. By designing an environment that aligns with your goals, you reduce the need for self-control. Here are some examples on how to apply in your life. For business, block distracting websites during work hours using productivity apps. For health, keep only healthy snacks in your pantry, making unhealthy options harder to access. For family, establish phone-free zones in your home, like the dining room, to encourage more quality time. For money, delete shopping apps from your phone to curb impulsive purchases. Chapter 8. How to make a habit irresistible. Have you ever wondered why some habits stick while others don't? Clear introduces the concept of temptation bundling, pairing something you want to do with something you need to do. For example, only allowing yourself to watch your favorite show while exercising. This technique works because it makes the new habit more attractive. Clear also highlights the role of dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. Anticipation, rather than the action itself, drives motivation. By designing habits that create a sense of anticipation, you can make them irresistible. Here are some examples on how to apply in your life. For business, reward yourself with a short break after completing a tough task, making work sessions more appealing. For health, listen to your favorite podcast only during workouts. For family, pair chores with fun activities like playing music while cleaning. For money, use a savings app that gamifies the process, making it fun to watch your progress grow. Chapter 9. The role of family and friends in shaping your habits. Clear explains that humans are social creatures. We're deeply influenced by the habits of those around us. If your friends and family value fitness, you're more likely to exercise. If they value frugality, you'll likely spend less. To build better habits, surround yourself with people who embody the behaviors you want to adopt. Join communities where your desired habits are the norm, and watch how quickly you adapt. Here are some examples on how to apply in your life. For business, join networking groups with high-performing professionals to elevate your standards. For health, partner with a workout buddy who shares your fitness goals. For family, create a family culture where good habits, like reading or volunteering, are celebrated. For money, spend time with financially savvy individuals who inspire better spending and saving habits. Chapter 10. How to find and fix the causes of your bad habits. Imagine you're in a canoe, paddling across a lake, when you notice water seeping in. Instead of bailing out water endlessly, wouldn't it make more sense to patch the leak? James Clear explains that bad habits are like those leaks. To fix them, you must find their root causes. Every habit, good or bad, is driven by a desire to solve a problem. For example, boredom might lead to mindless snacking, or stress might result in overdrinking. Clear encourages us to ask, what problem am I trying to solve? This awareness helps you redesign your habits in a healthier way. Another key strategy? Reframe your mindset. Instead of seeing habits as restrictions, see them as opportunities. For example, choosing a salad isn't about depriving yourself of pizza. It's about nourishing your body and feeling energized. Here are some examples on how to apply in your life. For business, Notice patterns of procrastination. Are you avoiding tasks because they seem overwhelming? Break them into smaller steps to remove the barrier. For health, if you snack when bored, replace the habit by keeping your hands busy. Try knitting, doodling, or holding a stress ball. For family, if dinner conversations feel rushed, create a no-phone rule to foster better communication. For money, if you overspend when stressed, set up spending limits and redirect your stress relief habits to exercise or journaling. Chapter 11. Walk slowly, but never backward. Clear highlights the importance of continuous improvement, even if progress feels slow. He shares the story of the Japanese Kaizen philosophy, which focuses on small, incremental improvements over time. It's not about massive leaps. It's about steady, consistent steps forward. Clear emphasizes the power of tracking habits to stay on course. By visually seeing your progress, you create a psychological momentum that makes you want to keep going. Miss one day? That's okay. Just don't miss 2 in a row. It's the difference between a blip and a broken habit. Here are some examples on how to apply in your life. For business, track sales calls or daily productivity metrics to measure progress and refine strategies. For health, keep a workout log or food journal to identify trends and celebrate milestones. For family, use a family calendar to track shared goals, like planning outings or completing chores together. For money, monitor your savings growth or debt reduction with a tracker to stay motivated. Chapter 12. The Law of Least Effort. Why do some habits feel effortless while others are a constant struggle? Clear explains that humans naturally gravitate toward the path of least resistance. If something is easier to do, you're far more likely to do it. To build good habits, reduce friction. Want to eat healthier? Pre-chop veggies and keep them at eye level in the fridge. Want to write more? Keep your notebook open on your desk. Conversely, to break bad habits, increase friction. Want to stop watching so much TV? Unplug it or place the remote in another room. Here are some examples on how to apply in your life. For business, simplify workflows by using tools like templates or automation software to reduce manual effort. For health, prep gym clothes the night before, so there's no excuse in the morning. For family, make family activities easy to start. Keep games or crafts organized and accessible. For money, automate savings transfers to remove the effort of manually setting aside money. Chapter 13. How to stop procrastinating by using the 2-minute rule. Clear introduces the 2-minute rule. Any habit can be started by breaking it down into an action that takes 2 minutes or less. This technique focuses on getting started, which is often the hardest part. For example, if you want to read more, start by reading just 1 page. If you want to run a marathon, begin by lacing up your shoes. These micro habits lower the barrier to action and build momentum for bigger changes. Here are some examples on how to apply in your life. For business, spend 2 minutes organizing your workspace at the start of each day to kick off productivity. For health, begin your workout by committing to just 2 minutes of movement, like stretching or walking. For family, set aside 2 minutes daily to check in with each family member and strengthen connections. For money, spend 2 minutes each day reviewing your financial goals or tracking expenses. Chapter 14. How to make good habits inevitable and bad habits impossible. Clear shares the concept of a commitment device, a choice you make in the present that locks in better behavior for the future. For example, signing up for a gym membership with a friend makes it harder to skip workouts. He also suggests creating systems where good habits are the default. For instance, set up autopay for bills to avoid late fees or use meal prep services to simplify healthy eating. Here are some examples on how to apply in your life. For business, schedule recurring weekly meetings to review progress and align team efforts. For health, join a fitness class where your attendance is expected, creating social accountability. For family, establish family traditions like game nights to ensure regular quality time. For money, use budgeting apps to automatically categorize spending and flag overspending. Chapter 15. The cardinal rule of behavior change. Clear's cardinal rule of behavior change is behaviors that are immediately rewarded get repeated. Behaviors that are immediately punished get avoided. He shares a powerful example from gambling. Casinos excel at delivering immediate rewards, lights, sounds, and winnings. To create good habits, you need to build in similar instant gratification. Conversely, for bad habits, introduce an immediate cost, like accountability partners who monitor your actions. Here are some examples on how to apply in your life. For business, reward yourself after completing major tasks, such as taking a break or celebrating small wins. For health, treat yourself to a favorite podcast during workouts to make exercise enjoyable. For family, celebrate family achievements, like completing a project or achieving a goal, with a fun outing. For money, track savings visually with a progress chart and reward milestones with small treats. Chapter 16. How to stick with good habits every day. Consistency is the key to habit formation. But how do you ensure you stick with good habits daily? James Clear emphasizes the importance of habit tracking. By marking each day you complete a habit on a calendar or app, you create a visual cue that motivates you to keep the streak alive. Clear also highlights the psychological power of identity reinforcement. Each time you stick to a habit, you're casting a vote for the type of person you want to become. The habit becomes more than just an action. It becomes part of who you are. Here are some examples on how to apply in your life. For business, use a project management tool to track daily progress on tasks. Celebrate streaks of completed deadlines or consistent productivity. For health, use a fitness tracker or app to log daily workouts or meals, creating a visual streak of healthy choices. For family, create a family chart to track habits like chores or shared goals, turning it into a bonding experience. For money, track daily spending or savings contributions using a financial app, reinforcing positive money habits. Chapter 17. How an accountability partner can change everything. Accountability partners are one of the most effective tools for sticking to your habits. Clear shares the idea of the accountability contract, a formal agreement where you commit to a habit and face a consequence if you fail to follow through. This social pressure leverages our natural desire to maintain a good reputation. Whether it's a gym buddy or a mentor, the right accountability partner keeps you motivated and on track. Here are some examples on how to apply in your life. For business, pair up with a colleague or coach to review weekly goals and progress. For health, join a fitness group or hire a trainer to keep you accountable for workouts. For family, set family goals like planning weekly dinners or outings and hold each other accountable for participation. For money, share financial goals with a trusted friend or partner who can encourage you and provide feedback. Chapter 18. The truth about talent, when genes matter and when they don't. Clear argues that genes influence where you'll excel, but effort determines how far you'll go. By aligning your habits with your natural strengths, you set yourself up for success. For instance, someone with a natural aptitude for communication might thrive in public speaking roles, while someone detail-oriented may excel in project management. The key is to choose habits that match your personality and skills, making them more sustainable. Here are some examples on how to apply in your life. For business, focus on roles and tasks that align with your strengths, like leadership, problem-solving, or creativity. For health, choose a fitness routine you enjoy, whether that's yoga, running, or dancing, rather than forcing yourself into trends. For family, encourage each family member to pursue hobbies or responsibilities that suit their talents. For money, if you're analytical, dive into investment research. If you're a spender, automate saving to remove temptation. Chapter 19. The Goldilocks Rule. How to stay motivated in life and work. Clear introduces the Goldilocks Rule. Humans are most motivated when tasks are just beyond their current abilities, neither too easy nor too hard. If a habit feels too challenging, you risk burnout. If it's too easy, you lose interest. The sweet spot is where growth happens. He emphasizes the importance of regular reflection and adjustment. As your skills improve, you'll need to increase the challenge to maintain motivation. Here are some examples on how to apply in your life. For business, set quarterly goals that challenge your team but are still achievable, fostering growth and engagement. For health, gradually increase the intensity of your workouts, like running longer distances or lifting heavier weights. For family, Introduce family activities that require collaboration and learning, like puzzles or DIY projects. For money, challenge yourself to save slightly more each month, staying motivated by achievable progress. Chapter 20. The downside of creating good habits. Habits are powerful, but they can also make us complacent. Once a behavior becomes automatic, we often stop improving. Clear warns that this autopilot mode can limit growth if we're not careful. To counter this, he encourages regular self-reflection and experimentation. By continuously seeking ways to refine your habits, you ensure they remain effective and aligned with your evolving goals. Here are some examples on how to apply in your life. For business, periodically evaluate workflows to identify inefficiencies or areas for innovation. For health, reassess fitness routines to ensure they still challenge and benefit you. For family, reflect on family traditions and update them to keep everyone engaged and connected. For money, review your financial plan annually to adapt to changing circumstances or goals. Final thoughts. James Clear's Atomic Habits isn't just a guide for self-improvement. It's a blueprint for transformation. By understanding the science of habits, leveraging the 4 laws of behavior change, and tailoring strategies to your unique circumstances, you can create a life of continuous growth and fulfillment. If this book summary inspired you, make it a habit to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe, because I've got more powerful book summaries coming your way. Let's build a library of success together. Oh, and if you want to dive deeper into the book Atomic Habits, I've included an affiliate Amazon link in the description. When you buy through that link, you're supporting the channel and getting your hands on an amazing book that can truly transform your life. Let's create Atomic Habits together to learn something new every day, help improve ourselves, say something nice to someone, hustle, be grateful, and as always, God bless.